Hello everyone, I'm Ajay and I'm going to start today word sentences. Students, we have already discussed some patterns. We have discussed is patterns, am patterns, are patterns, and was patterns. Today we are going to do word patterns. Students, I feel like you are practicing it at home and you are getting how to practice these patterns which I'm teaching you. And of course, I'm just telling you what way you can practice at home. See, rather we are two people. See, rather I'm there and my friend is there. What will I do? I'll ask my friend to ask the questions. Okay, he'll ask me the questions like, say rather I take the example of is pattern. Is this a marker? So like my friend will say yes, this is a marker, and I'll take up something else. Is this a marker? And say no, this is not a marker. Or rather say like not using an object. You can simply say like, is this your pen? So you can say yes, this is my pen. No, this is not my pen. So what is happening actually in the very beginning, you are getting to know the words. What happened in other coaching classes I have seen, even I have been a part of one coaching class, spoken English class. So what was happening there, they're just asking, go and present yourself, speak some lines, ratify the words. So this is all like I find what the students are facing lot of issues. The students who are intelligent, they can easily manage, but the students who are like average, mediocre students or below average students, so they found it very difficult to get going with spoken English. So what I thought, from starting only we can make the things like this easier for them. They start speaking from the very first go, and you don't have to put any brain in it. You have to just simply keep on speaking the words. And what else you have to do? You have to just search the words, similar kind of words. Suppose I say pen, so replace the pen with a pencil, book, copy, chair, table, glass. Like there are many objects, so you can replace all around the objects around you with the words which I'm asking you to replace. And this is true with all the kinds of patterns we have it. So let's do today word patterns, and I'll tell you meanwhile how you have to use it. Let's go. So let's do today word patterns. Word actually stands for, I just described about the patterns. First of all, let's talk about the subject pronoun. We have subject pronoun as I, we. First person singular number I, and first person plural number is we. Okay. Second person singular number is you, and second person plural number also is you itself. So this you is used for up, for even you say for plural rather, not for up. This is another concept we use for up. So this you for tum and up, and this is actually for plural, but there's no difference in the spelling, in the pronunciation, so we can use any, that doesn't matter. Okay, the next word, third person singular number, we have he, she, it, and name. He is used for like for a boy, for a masculine, and she for feminine, it for neuter gender, for small birds and small animals also we can use it, and name all the names of the world we can include into this. And the plural number is they, right? So we have subject pronoun this I, we, you, he, she, it, name, and they. So I and we, first person singular and plural number. Then we have you and you. So second person singular and second person plural. You can find the same. Third person singular, he, she, it, name, and third person plural, they. This is your person chart, like subject pronouns chart. Okay. Now let's talk about the pattern. Word pattern I'm going to do today. In the last class we discussed about the was pattern. So if you want to understand word, you have to see was very well, and rather the previous videos which I have made for you. So let's do it today. And I'm reading the sentence. Were you a teacher 2 years ago? So were you a teacher 2 years ago means क्या आप 2 साल पहले एक टीचर थे? And what you have to do, ask your friend to ask this question to you. He'll ask you this question. Were you a teacher 2 years ago? And you as a person, you have to reply. You have to feel like you are a teacher or not, and you have to answer. You are somewhat someone is interviewing you, someone is asking you the question, and you're answering the question. So yes, I was a teacher 2 years ago. हाँ, 2 साल पहले मैं टीचर था, मैं 2 साल पहले टीचर था. And negative, suppose you have to act like that you are a teacher or not. So no, I wasn't a teacher 2 years ago. नहीं, मैं 2 साल पहले एक teacher नहीं था. So this way you can ask the question once your turn is over, once you have replaced these words as well. So you can ask the question and your friend will reply. So in this way both of you can get going with the spoken English nicely. Alright, so now this teacher word can be replaced by government officer. So were you a government officer 2 years ago? क्या आप 2 साल पहले एक गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर थे? तो आंसर, लाइक सपोज आई एम आस्किंग समवन, इट कैन हैपन द सिचुएशन लाइक अ पर्सन इज देयर and he talks about his experiences. Suppose your relative has come to your house and he says something about jobs and all. He talks about government offices and all. So you can ask, were you a government officer? Say rather not 2 years ago, but you can ask, were you a government officer? So person can say, yes, I was a government officer 2 years ago, but I retired now. I'm retired now. And likewise, or he can say, no, I wasn't in government job. I was in private job, like this. Okay. And students, like was for this I just want to draw your attention here. With he, she, it and name we use was, and with I also we use was, and with rest all, with you, we, and you plural, and they, we use were. Okay, so this is for was and were, where do we use it. And now we go for the next word. Teacher can be replaced by clerk. Were you a clerk 2 years ago? And similarly you can keep asking. So I don't think like I have to tell you the meaning of it, clerk, and I don't think I have to tell you this meaning also, because you have understood what way I'm constructing the sentences. Were you a clerk 2 years ago? So answer can be yes, I was a clerk 2 years ago. No, I wasn't a clerk 2 years ago. Simply you can ask again. Similarly you can ask again, manager, were you a manager 2 years ago? And the person can say, yes, I was a manager 2 years ago. No, I wasn't a manager 2 years ago. Likewise. And the next word we have HOD. So HOD for head of department, of English or French or biology, anything as such, any subject as such. So you can say, were you an HOD? So remember, we have to use an HOD. Were you an HOD 2 years ago? So you can say, yes, I was an HOD. He can say, no, I wasn't ever HOD of any department. I was just a teacher, or just professor, or rather say assistant professor, lecturer, somewhere. All right. And the last one we have, were you a principal 2 years ago? क्या आप 2 साल पहले principal थे? So likewise you can answer, yes, I was a principal 2 years ago. No, I wasn't principal 2 years ago. So this when this particular kind of sentence comes in your conversation, like somebody asks you such kind of question, were you something, were you a teacher, were you a professor, were you a student? So it will quickly click to you, yes, I have to answer with was, and that way you can keep on framing the sentences. And as I have been giving you in my previous videos also, you can see that I have been giving you like words you have to formulate. Yeah, to keep finding the words. The more the words you find, the better your concept will be. So I always give the 5 words you have to practice, like that. Likewise, government officer, clerk, manager, HOD, principal, teacher, class teacher, student. So many words are there. You can make out of it. You can make them all here, and you can at least write 5 here, and many more you can try at home, and this way you can practice it. So students, which we have discussed today, or we have discussed earlier, so do try to make a use of just using these sentences whenever you are free, or whenever you are talking to a friend. Make a use of it. And rather I'm gonna suggest you some more methods about this learning English, that you make 3 copies of it. In one copy you write the patterns. Okay, the first copy you'll use for patterns. In the second copy you'll write the word meanings. I'll give you. I'll start from my class number 10. Today we are having class number 6. I'll start from class number 10, the word meanings. And the third thing you can do, that writing word meanings, writing translations, the sentences, say rather conversational sentences. And also I'll tell you how to read a newspaper, an English newspaper. So how to read that, how to understand that heading, how to go with the word meanings, and how to comprehend the sentences which are written over there. So all that we'll discuss in coming videos of mine. And this much only for today. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.